Hello, boys and girls. You'll never dream where Pastor Travis Hovde and I are right now. We are down deep south at Mr. Southern, Tom Gillum. You can't get any more southern than Tom Gillum. Andy Griffin come to town. And we're sitting on his front porch. I wish you could see its incredible view. We're out in the country, and it's almost like a little piece of heaven.
My goodness, it does. I was going to say the same thing. It feels like we're in heaven.
Yeah, if we just had John Denver over there, almost heaven or whatever. But anyway, I caught up with Pastor Travis, being a good pastor. He's down here rooting for the home team. Your kids did great at Teen Talent, fabulous.
Amazing.
The whole shooting match, they did good. And so I caught up with him. We came over to the Gillums tonight, and Sister Kathy fixed us a great meal. So we're fellowshipping. But Pastor, the reason I want us to chat a second, you just getting off a month-long Sabbath.
Yeah.
And that's great. I congratulate you and your church.
Yes.
God bless you, Eagles Wings, for embracing this and celebrating it.
Yeah.
Talk to me about a month-long Sabbath. What's your takeaway here?
Yeah, this was, I'm literally just one day off, a 30-day sabbatical, and I was, thinking about it. I was credentialed in 2000, and so I've been about 19 years in the ministry, but over 16 years at Eagles Wings, which I still feel like a church planter, but I'm, I think, technically a long-term pastor at this point.
So.
And so at the General Assembly, when it was talked about at the last General Assembly about pastors taking sabbaticals, after that I began entertaining the idea of taking one, and we worked it out, and I'm very grateful for the elders of our church and for you, Bishop, and just have the opportunity to take this time off. And it's really, I was thinking, at least since I've started Eagles Wings, I've never gone 4 weeks without preaching or teaching. Probably never got more than 1 or 2, and so it's been a very healthy experience, and it's really helped me reflect on my identity, not just as a pastor but as a Christian, as a human being, as a person, and it allowed me to reflect back a little bit on what got me here, and that was a passion for God and wanting to serve Him, and so it's been a blessing, and I hope it's been a blessing for our church and for leaders as well, for others to step up, others to lead. The little bit I've heard about what's going on at Eagles Wings, nothing but great things and great services, and God is still moving, and it's a wonderful thing. So this has been a healthy thing. I can already say that I would recommend this for any pastor who's been serving for several years to do this. So.
Absolutely. Well, I applaud you, and again, I applaud the Eagles Wings Church. A number of years ago, I'm passionate on this, and Pastor, I've shared a little bit about my own life, and I won't go into all that, but I hit a wall a few years ago, and had gone years and years and years without ever really taking time off. And a sabbatical is not a vacation. There's a huge difference, and we won't get into all that. But I want to remind all of us here today, and maybe some good church members are watching this, but I'll illustrate it this way. I have 5 perfect grandchildren, and I have another one on the way, so come Christmas I'll have 6.
Yeah.
But especially when they were little, they loved for me to hold them, and I would hold them and hold them and hold them. Sometimes I'd hold 2, and I learned about moms putting babies on different hips, and I'd put them over here and hold them over here, put them on shoulders, and finally though I'd have to get where I'd have to put them down.
Yeah.
I could not hold them any longer. As much as they wanted Papa to hold them, and I wanted to hold my babies, I'd have to put them down. Well, a pastor is like that with his church. He holds you day in and day out, 24/7. But the difference, Pastor Travis, is you never get to put Eagles Wings down.
Right.
When I got so weary, I could put my babies down.
Yeah.
But you never get to put a church down. And my good friend Bill Leonard, he spoke at a pastor's retreat I had back a number of years ago when I was a pastor, and I had an annual pastor's retreat. And he talked about compassion fatigue.
Yeah.
I've never forgotten that. And you give and you give and you give. And I just want to remind you that your number one asset at Eagles Wings at any church, your number one asset or your number one liability is your pastor. A healthy pastor, they'll all do it different. They come in different shapes and sizes,
Right.
and it's all done different. But a healthy pastor that is growing as a leader is your greatest asset. But an unhealthy pastor, compassion fatigued, they get up week after week and they're going through the motions, but they're tired, they're weary, they're your greatest liability.
Yeah.
And so keep your pastor healthy. And pastor, sometimes your people don't know and they won't fight for you. They're fighting for your time, but they're not fighting for you. Well, you have to do your own fighting. And I'm not talking about fighting your people, but fighting to carve out space where you can get along like pastor and keep yourself emotionally healthy. We're all about physical health and even spiritual health,
Right.
but the emotional, that compassion fatigue.
It's good.
And so,
It's good.
Anyway, I believe it's going to. I wished I could be there Sunday. It's going to be
Yeah.
exciting. You will be back next
I will
Sunday.
be
is that
back
right?
next Sunday preaching, and been writing a sermon this week, and it's for those that preach every Sunday. It's very strange not having that, for several weeks.
Sure.
But it is a very healthy thing to get out of that, and then to go back now and break the bread of life and share the Word of God and fellowship with God's people and be back with our church. So,
Amen. Well, Pastor Travis has a wonderful church. He and his wife, DeEtte, they have a wonderful church in Minot, North Dakota. And it's a great city, great state. And I'm just privileged to be up there with you guys. And it's sure a lot more pleasant up there right now, too, isn't it?
Yeah. I think I'm going to stay here a couple more days.
I talked to him and DeEtte, and they like sweating. I don't know. I tell you, there's those poor North Dakota people, they don't ever get to sweat.
Well, we like sweating, we like Waffle House, we like Chick-fil-A, we like Cracker Barrel.
I meant to mention that they finally got to go to an American institution, Waffle House. So, love you, Pastor. I really do. God bless you.
Bless you.
God bless you guys. See you around the bend.
See ya.